So the Jubilee event is just beginning. We can see we now have the decked out event area in Protector's Enclave and a bunch of NPCs. We have Elminster here and his simulacrum. If you're familiar with D&D, that's a spell where you can create a clone of yourself. So initially we'll talk to just Elminster here, and you can see all the different quests he's going to give us. These quests are going to send us throughout Neverwinter. First of all, speaking with some different NPCs in order to actually pick up the quests, but ultimately the main reward from them is Protector's bounties. These can give you Protector's figurines, Neverwinter Renown, both currency for the store we'll check in just a sec, and then also some other items like your hospitalities, some vouchers, insignias, and the rewards from these will vary depending on the amount you've opened. If you've opened already 150 this year, you have a chance to obtain legendary insignias. These can also drop coal motes as like rare rewards. At least they did in the past. We'll have to check if they still do. So you can check all of these quests out for yourselves. They're just going to send you out throughout the game. Like this one here, locate the foreign merchant, will give you 5 of these bounties, and we'll actually do this one and I'll tell you why. It's the main objective. And you can go to the Protector's Garden, you just have to visit it and you get 5. They've actually made these pretty useful to complete. They used to only give 1. Now they are pretty viable to go and do. But ultimately you're opening those packs to gain your figurines and your renown in order to purchase stuff from his store. This year we have some updates to the store. You can see we can buy our companion and mount tokens along with our garden key. I'll showcase that in just a second. We have the traveling entertainer companion, a bit of a meme, I wouldn't worry about him. The unicorn, it's just for fashion if you want it. And then the mini minotaur vanity pet, he's new this year, along with the teensy weensy Harper agent, who is from last year. And then you could also buy some renown if you want that. The renown you'll spend in another section of the store. Right here you're spending figurines. You will get figurines every day from the first pack you open from these Protector's bounties. The first pack each day will give a Protector's figurine. Also, sharing hospitalities will give you even more figurines. Then you have a store here where you can buy with the figurines just some fashion here, some outfits, and some visual appearance for your weapons if you wanted to. But ultimately, we have the new rewards this year. The legendary Neverwinter's Hand. This looks pretty good. It's legendary, so you'll gain that bolster, but it also then has armor breaker. Yeah, just crit severity. I assume that's bugged right there. It should be giving you maximum of 4,500 ratings. But then we have Protector's Hand, which is a unique power. It summons the hand which envelops you and your party with a barrier of force. This shields you for 30% of your maximum hit points, decreases the incoming damage to you and nearby allies, and also increases your combat advantage to you and nearby allies by 5%. I don't see this as all too great, but if you need the shields, if you're like a cleric healer or a warlock healer and aren't running shield buffs, it can be useful instead of the mount, the Swift Golden Lion. Other things in his store will give you the ability to get the Green Mount, again for fashion, or the Cyclops War Drummer, who is very good for dealing damage when everybody takes a lot of damage. Again, it depends on the content. If you're running the latest trial, you ideally want like 2 people using this for the maximum damage. Then you can spend some renown for different fashion sets here. New this year we have the Spider's Crown, Shroud of Webs, and Garb of Webs. Looks pretty cool. And then you can get some of the older fashion if you want to as well. And you can buy consumables here, just some memes with some confetti stuff, but ultimately you can buy the lunch boxes, which will give you a whole selection of different buff food there. But most importantly, squash soup, which many people will want to be using. And we'll discuss those a little bit later, but then you can buy your thrones. And new this year, we have the Throne of Neverwinter, which I will check out in a second. But what you want to be doing in this event in order to obtain all this currency is doing your quests to get these bounties, but ultimately you can just head over to one of the foreign merchants, either in Ebon Downs or the Whispering Caverns. I recommend the Whispering Caverns. It's what I'm most used to anyway. You can check out Ebon Downs for you, but you go and you just travel there. Once there, you open your map and you can see the Protector's bounty icon here. You need to travel there, go along your path. It's the same as previous years if you have been doing the Jubilee before. Interact with your foreign merchant and he'll start walking forward. It's an escort mission. However, they have changed it a little bit. It's now a heroic encounter. You can see keep the merchant alive, and you just got the big heroic encounter notification with then the big area on the map. So you just need to kill the enemies so that the merchant keeps moving. Now, in previous years, you would get a reward for killing the enemies. Now you get nothing. He drops nothing. There is no point in causing him to stop. So you might want to go ahead and kill the enemies so that you speed it up a little bit more. He will occasionally just spawn enemies around him, but he has a pretty big aggro radius of any adds nearby. So again, you can just go ahead a bit, kill him before he gets there so he doesn't really stop, because he gives nothing when he does stop and then starts again. Just keep in mind he can spawn some enemies around him, so don't stray too far. And once you get to the end, he might spawn another group of adds. We get a group, we kill it, and that's it. Complete heroic encounter finished as soon as he reaches his destination. Great success, and you get your reward. We've completed 3 so far. Claiming the reward will give you like bounties. You can obtain up to 9 of them. Open another, we get 4 and some renown. Open another, we get 4 and some more renown. That is what you will be doing, farming that heroic encounter over and over and over again. And I would recommend it instead of doing your quests, which we'll cover in just a sec. But very importantly, you will want to go back to Protector's Enclave and pick up one quest in particular. Go to Elminster Simulacrum just here to the right. Here we get the 10th anniversary celebration event quest. Rewards, Elminster Simulacrum. This is where you can get them. But accepting this quest, we need to assist Elminster by completing daily quests in the Protector Speech Skirmish. So accepting this will give us the ability to get him as a companion. We can check out that reward and we can check Elminster Simulacrum. He has Precision Breaker, alright, pretty underwhelming. And then he has the offensive power. When you attack, you have a 10% chance to have lightning strike your target, doing 66 lightning magnitude damage. When you strike a foe, you have a 50% chance arcing a bolt of lightning off them to a nearby foe, dealing magnitude. This is the lightning enchantment, the lightning weapon enchantment, the old one. That is so cool. I think the magnitude is not very high, and if we get this to mythic, it might be a little bit higher, but it could be really good in AoE. Oh yes, switch this out, switch your Batiri to this meta, 100%. On any class that can hit very often, this is gonna be so good. Hell yeah. He literally best in slot AoE companion, and we'll be getting the new dungeon and we'll be wanting a bit more AoE. That'll help a lot. As for what his powers can do, just blasting the enemies a bit, but he also has the ability to strike a foe. He has a chance to arc bolts of lightning, so he also has that ability himself. We'll have to check that out, but he's a multi-target companion, that's for sure. So we received 5 of these bounties, right? We opened one of them here and you guaranteed to get your Protector's figurine. What you need to do is you need to get over 100 of these to start obtaining a lot of renown. Like just here, we're obtaining only 1 renown for each bounty, which is awful. You need to have a lot of these. Look how much renown you need if you want the mount. 3,300. Now how you do obtain a lot of that renown, I'm going to switch character to a character I set up for last year, is you need to open a ton of these bounties. This character for some reason already has 342 of these opened. I don't know why, but every time we open a bounty, you can see you obtain 101 renown rather than just, 1. So every time we're opening this, we're obtaining, yes, a ton of renown. This is why you need to farm this event a ton in order to obtain that renown. So we're just going to open a load of these and get ourselves that new mount, the Hand of Neverwinter. Additionally, when we're opening these, we're also obtaining rewards on a chance, like your Elminster lunchboxes here. I had a bunch already, 15 or so, but yeah, Mainly you're getting hospitalities and renown from here. You have a chance to obtain like, yeah, insignias. We got some green ones there. That's nothing special because they're green. Some preservation wards you'll get here as well. You can even get lucky, very lucky, and get coal moats. So there we go. We opened 99 packs. Checking our renown here. They moved it over to event currencies. We have 46,000. But we have more than enough renown now to buy a whole bunch of the rewards from Elminster. Pretty much everything. You can buy those companion and mount upgrade tokens. We can go over here to the renown store. We can buy the new mount. Good stuff. The neverwinter hand unfortunately is bound to character, so you'll have to farm this event on the specific character you want the mount. That is a bit annoying. And you could get the Cyclops War Drummer, nothing too special. He's from last year, but he is best in stock for dealing damage in a fight where everybody takes a lot of damage. And let's check out the new throne as well, the Throne of Neverwinter. So we have those two items there, and that's really about it from here. I guess we cannot check out the mini minotaur because we can't get enough figurines yet. I don't have enough either. So just, yeah, double clicking that mount, equipping it gives us the abilities there, and we can now go and use him visually. Neverwinter's hand. There we go. It's a blue skinned Big B's hand. If you didn't get the Big B's hand, then yeah, you could get this one. It gives us Protector's Hand. Right now it's not on Mythic, so it would only give 20%, but let's get this slotted in here and go and upgrade that. So there we go, with it on Mythic, it now gives us the 30% shield. We can check it in combat. Going here, we cast it, so we just get the hand power, and we get our shield. So that's the mount. Now to check the throne, we need to put that on our belt icon there, and we have the Throne of Neverwinter. There we go. You can spin it around, you can't move anywhere, but that's how it's going to look like. Now, in order to actually get like the Elminster Simulacrum Companion, you're going to have to do this quest. This is another character here. And that request requires you every day to have a bit of participation in the event. Complete one daily quest and complete one Protector Speech skirmish. So you can just go complete your daily quests very easily. You can do the reward in the garden, or you can do, before you go out to do the merchant quest, get the Protector's bounty and just go complete one of the merchant heroic encounters and get that completed with an extra bounty reward. Going to the garden is just over this way. Interact with this door right here. You'll normally need a key throughout the rest of the year. And you just head here a bit to the left and interact with the quest, accepting your 5 bounty reward. That's the quest completed, and you will be able to do so again in 18 hours. Now, apparently that does not actually contribute to complete an anniversary daily quest, and you might have to go and do something like bringing cheer. So it'll be very simple. You'll just have to go, make sure, prioritize that quest, and then follow your sparkly line directed to the individual areas. And once you do that, you'll then have to go and actually do the Protector's Speech, where you'll queue up to the event. We speak to Sergeant Knox here. It should be updated a little bit. Make sure I'm in full AoE. And we look on the map. First threat, countdown. We need to go on the map to the circle. Here we just have to murder all the enemies, and then we just have to close these things. We get a fast completion bonus. You can see that on the top right there. There we go. And we have to beat up then this boss. Can we do it in time? We also get some ad spawns. Not good. We get stunned. Yikes, yikes, yikes. We got killed. Ouch. Bloody ambushers. Too many spinning Yankees. We managed to complete that and gain the bonus. But now the next attack is in 7 seconds. Looking on the map, it's going to be over here. Defeat the cultist. So just all these guys. But that is it completed. Bonus reward gained. And we should just have one more of these to do if I remember correctly. But it is a bit updated. We just have to beat up this dragon. Okay, let's switch to single target. Mr. Adult Green Dragon. But that's it completed. We just have to kill the remaining ads. And we have a bunch of constructs to beat up. There we go. Now we just have to destroy Trobri. And where is he? He's going to be a boss. 28 seconds to kill him. On Path of Blades, you got this. There we go. Bonus rank earned, tier 1, third bonus gain. Okay. Collect your reward. We just get a bit of renown, accept, and we leave. All right, that is the skirmish. Updated a little bit. You got to do 4 areas and all the tasks it requires. And we go, and it seems we've also completed the 10th anniversary celebration. Return tomorrow for more anniversary activities. Handing in the quest, we can see we got Protector's Speech, which gives us 5 bounties. Handing this one gives us 3 bounties. And then we get some more quests. These other ones are on a timer. This will give us 3 bounties, and this will give us 3 bounties. So if you do your quests every day, you probably get around 20 bounties. But again, you only really need to do 1 repeatable quest and then 1 time of the skirmish every day in order to get your progress to ultimately complete this quest to get your Elminster Simulacrum. You can see complete 5 days worth of these activities to obtain this reward. You can also complete all 5 days worth the last day of the event if you so choose. So keep that in mind, and then we'll be able to get the Elminster. And that is pretty much it for this event. You're going to be doing your foreign merchant heroic encounters over and over and over in order to get more and more of these bounties. You can see it will tell you, it will keep track of how many you have opened, and opening them will give you those rewards. Again, you'll get more and more renown depending on how many you have opened already. You'll get these lunch boxes, which will give you the ability to get this food right here. Some of it, unfortunately, is character bound. Others you will be able to sell. And then you'll be able to spend that renown on things in the store. You'll also be able to spend it to get those Elminster lunch boxes. They haven't made it so you can buy them in bulk, which is very annoying. But yeah, it's going to be a bit hard to get like enough of these lunch boxes to get you enough event food, to be honest, at all for like your entire year. That's at least my opinion here. I don't think people can stay sane and grind this event enough to stock up on this event food that you would really need. We kind of need those piñatas from the summer festival. They're a bit easier to obtain, and usually they gave like even 5 to 8 different drops of the event food of the select ones. That was caprese, squash soup, and watermelon. That was it. And it allowed you then to obtain a ton of squash soup. But that's a topic for another time. And the live server is now up. You can access the Jubilee event and all of the different things available with that. Mainly, people are just going to be farming the bounty, the foreign merchant within the Whispering Cavern. We'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.